What's happening, my people? So it's your boy ChanceJolivette, aka Smooth, back with another music review. This one right here, this is something that I previously wouldn't do. Like people would ask me to review their albums and stuff, and I kind of would shy away from that kind of stuff. But I'm getting a little bit more subscribers and stuff on the channel, so now I'm being a little bit more open to it. So this right here is Daniel Payne, Players Only. And I'll be honest, I ain't never heard of the brother and stuff. I'm like, I went into this like say you go into a corner store or something, man. Somebody give you an album or the old school shit. People used to hand CDs out or try to sell you CDs, and you kind of go into it negative, like another nigga rapping and shit. Like you kind of do that. It's kind of natural because so many people rapping and shit, and then you expect it to sound like everybody else shit. This right here was a pretty good breath of fresh air, man. Like, listen to this project. It's 12 songs, so it's not overbearing. It's not a million songs and worrying about, oh, my streams. I'm going to do this million songs to get the stream. It's not like that. It's 12, simple, straight to the point. I would describe this as nostalgic, southern player, pimping, laid back, a love letter to the South. If you like UGK, 8-Ball, MJG, Big Crit, Lil Flip, Slim Thug, those type of artists and stuff, I think you would very much like this project, man. This right here, this reminded me of like high school and shit, man. Not saying it sounds dated or anything, but I remember like my homeboys, I always been like an oddball. I was on like some New York type shit, but everybody was on their South shit, man. Everybody was on Flip and just that down south shit, just that Texas kind of thing. Whenever Texas like first like really broke out, like I wasn't necessarily on the wave, like I was on my own shit, but like it reminds me of that time. But this right here, it got some slaps on here, man. I'm gonna go through the project. Track 1, Bitches and Dank, laid back joint. It reminds me of like Isaiah Rashad, Pimp C. I know Isaiah Rashad, that might not be the best thing to say right now, but like Isaiah Rashad, Pimp C type shit, like old school player type shit. I like this one. Number 2, Baller featuring Lil Flip, serious vibes, melodic hook. The lyricism was pretty impressive on here. Lil Flip, he do his thing. He talking some big money shit on here. Number 3, Westheimer and Sage featuring EDF, dark vibes. But then when the beat drop, like the song, it gets like big. It's like boom, like that bitch hits you in the face, man. But it's cold. It's cold, man. Number 4, Peachtree featuring Scotty ATL. This one talk about his endeavors and stuff. When he step out in Atlanta and shit, like this is fire. Number 5, Memphis featuring Duke Deuce, Go Ricky Go. The hook on here set the tone. Homeboy singing on the first verse, he killed that bitch. But then the second verse, dope. Talking about characteristics of people, different people in the hood, man, like positive and negative and shit. Like, I like this one. I like her, like, at this point in the record, on the album and stuff, like, you can kind of see where it's going. Like, you can see, like, the different names of places and stuff. Like, it's not one-sided. Like a southern record, like, you hear it, it's like, oh, Texas, this is Mississippi, this is Florida. It's like he naming the Bible Belt. It's like he going through every place in the South and stuff. Like, you ain't got no Louisiana. But I like this, man. I like the way that he going with it. Number 6, Rose Gold featuring Akeem Ali. This was a female-friendly type joint, but it's player. It's not like some pop shit. He talk about like Rose Gold on his wrist and a bitch on his arm and stuff. Like, number 7, Gentleman featuring Primo Rice and Too Deep, the Southern President. This is funny because the name of it is Gentleman. It is not talking no gentleman shit. It's not gentleman like at all. It's more about pimping these hoes and running game. Number 8, Rich Nigga Shit featuring Pablo Sanders and Chris Crack, just giving you game on how to stay focused, do what you gotta do to get your paper up. Number 9, Birmingham, dope. He talking about going on an international trip, like going overseas and stuff, but he starts his trip off in Birmingham. And what he really is talking about is like, no matter where I go in life, I'm still not gonna forget where I come from. Number 10, New York. This one, Flames. This is Flames right here. It reminds me of a little Drake-ish, like kind of, cause like the hook, like the sample on it has like that Drake type vibe on the hook, like on the sample, like a 40 type beat. But talking about this chick that he used to fuck with and shit, and like she go to New York and stuff. So whenever, I think she moved to New York to go to school or whatever. So whenever he falls New York, like he fuck with it and shit. And then on the second verse, he talk about this girl that he met in New York, and like she dope. She thinks she the shit and this and that. I ain't chasing behind you. I ain't about to say you no dreams and be like, I'm gonna do this for you and that and that. Keep it playing with you. Number 11, Homegirl. This one right here is a nice little storytelling track, but it's about his girlfriend, Homegirl, and like she come to visit and stuff, and she throwing him all kind of signs and stuff. Like she keep flirting with him on the cool, and like he trying his hardest to like not do anything, but then he finally gives in to temptation, and like they do their thing and stuff, and it's like his conscience is eating at him and shit like that. Number 12, Players Only featuring Big Saint. Got a nice vibe to it, like it's very musical, but it is very much a pimping player type record, very H-Town type record. This one right here, I really enjoyed this, man. Like it's very like an independent record and stuff. Like you don't expect like the production on here to be as good, the lyricism, the mix on it and everything. Like I like this, man. I like the way he went with it, like just going through the whole Bible Belt, like going through the South and then branching off, even the international stuff, going to New York and stuff. Talk about the females and hey, I like it, man. Like me, I'm a J. Cole, Kendrick's. I like my super lyrical type shit and stuff. Like maybe some of the flows and stuff like isn't that super intricate shit that I like or something, but it's laid back, chilling, nostalgic, player shit. I like this, man. I give this an 8.5 out of 10. Like I definitely tell y'all to check this out. Oh, I'm gonna have all the links and stuff in the description, so you can find this project on any DSP or whatever and follow the homeboy. So y'all check that out in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, go be the greatest and most hated man. Holla at your boy. Peace.